Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine. Today I've got a build video for you, but it's going to be in a little bit of a different format to my normal speed build videos. I'm in build mode at the minute and I'm going to show you around 3 renovations of this build that we're currently in. So just to recap in case you're new or you don't already know, but with Eco Lifestyle, we got given the lot type, a community space where one lot can turn into 4 different types of lots. So that's the original community space, a community garden, a marketplace and a maker space, and this changes in game basically depending on what your sim votes for during gameplay. So at the minute this is like an abandoned version of this factory, this Victorian factory that I made, and I posted it in a video on Monday, and so it's in its first initial phase, but then in game you can vote to change it into these 3 options. So I'm going to show you around those in a minute, but just to recap, these are the traits I chose for it. So it's grody, it's a landfill lot, so I think that means that loads of trash accumulates either in terms of objects or in terms of the dumpsters. I haven't actually played in game much with it, so yeah, and then it's also reduce and recycle, so that means that you can get loads of recycle parts, and then so we're going to hop into the next option, which is a community garden, and I'll show you around that. Okay, so we've just popped into our first renovated state, which is a community garden. In terms of traits, I've changed them to, I've kept the reduce and recycle, but I've changed it to great soil and an eco lot, just because I thought that'd be more appropriate for the garden. I've changed the exterior quite a bit. I've just modernised it a little bit, made it a little bit neater and cleaner, because I thought obviously this is no longer a rundown factory. We've got to make it look a little bit more appealing, so I've put these mosquito windows in and these lovely eco lifestyle windows and doors, and then we've got some solar panels on this side and then some wind turbines here, and I've also added this glass roof just to lighten it up a bit inside and then make it functional as well for like growing things, but make it nice for a pretty marketplace. And then I've also added this grass roof on top of here as like a little balcony space for extra places. Well, basically this I had in mind for growing flowers, whereas I sort of thought like these bits down here would be better for fruit and veg and herbs and things like that. But yeah, so we'll have a look indoors. Okay, so in terms of the upstairs then, or the first floor, I've got a little seating area here for you to relax with your sims, and then I've got, because it's a community garden, I added a few flower arranging tables here and here, and then this room is the same in every single renovated lot that I've added, and it's basically just a sort of, I don't know, mini library / computer area, because I thought, I know with the fabricating career, or like the maker career, can't remember what it's called, but you basically rely on having to use a computer to send off your creations to customers. So I thought it would be quite important to add it here, because you might not necessarily have a computer if you're, say, playing the rags to riches challenge. So I thought it'd be quite handy to have it in a community lot somewhere, depending on your gameplay. But then downstairs, bearing in mind this is the garden still, I thought I would add just a few marketplace tables, but they are themed around gardening and growing things. So we've got a little veg and fruit stall here. We've got apples, carrots, etc. And then back here we've got seeds, and I actually got this idea from Cactus Builds, where she built a beautiful community garden and she put seed packets in these little baskets, so credit to her. I thought it was such a cute idea. But yeah, not too many market stalls, because obviously we don't want to take the focus away from the marketplace option. So there's just 2, and they're just sort of, I don't know, decorative. I might actually consider, when I'm in gameplay, taking either taking the objects off these or taking these and replacing them with tables, because when you like load into this lot in gameplay, random sims just come and start using these tables and putting their objects down. It's like, no, that's not what I designed it for. I don't want you to sell your weird objects. This is for plants and flowers, so that's a bit weird. And then over to the main outdoor garden area. We've got loads of planters, some I think these are debug items that you have to create in the civil design career, maybe. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, so they're debug, but they are self-watering. And then over here we've got this greenhouse area with some planters and shelter, and then 2 sprinklers as well. And then over here we've got some bee boxes, and I thought they would be nice to help you with your gardening. And then just some general garden themed objects, so a little bird house and a little bird feeder. And then we've got this little scarecrow. I can't remember what he's called. This scarecrow, what's he called? Patchy. That's it. He came with seasons. And then obviously we've got some vertical planters here that came with Eco Lifestyle. And then back here we've got these 2 eco-friendly dumpsters. And then these insect farms here, and then this is like a little eating area with a barbecue and an outdoor heater, and then some picnic tables with some lovely fairy lights where your Sims can come and cook for themselves. I sort of had in mind for all of these lots that I wanted to be able to meet all of your Sims needs. Say if you were playing a rags to riches let's play or something like that, just obviously because you might not have them at home, and I know a lot of people are doing rags to riches with this pack in particular. So I thought, that's something that people would appreciate, is you've got your needs for your food, your hunger. There's a little toilet in here, so that's met. You've got basically all the objects that you need in order to fulfill your needs within a community garden as well. So let's jump into the next renovated build. Okay, so this one is the marketplace, and I forgot to mention when in the community garden as well that I added this same object, which is I think is like a drink stand. It sells like coffee and tea and stuff, and I had a few of the same tables out just in front of the garden space here. But so the build or the shell is pretty much the same. We've got the same balcony area, and we've got the same computer room here. And then I've just switched a few objects out. So we've got the crafting tables instead, just because there's less of a focus on gardens. So I put one of the flower arranging tables here and put the crafting tables there instead. But we've basically just got a load more market stalls. So we've got the same recycling machines here, but then I've put there's a little rogue book there. Apologies. But here we've moved over the flower arranging stall, and put loads of lovely flowers here and little planters. With each stall that I've got within this marketplace build, I've tried to think about generating the products. So we've got the flower arranging table upstairs, but we've also got a few planters to hand and then some storage boxes to hand, and just in case you need them to help you create things as you sell them. So next to that we've got a little bookstore with some bookcases, and this time I tried to put all of the objects on the tables and things behind the market stall and not on it, just so that would work better in gameplay, seeing as this is the marketplace, and that's what it's there for. So over here we've got quite a cute little area here. It's got loads of crystals, and then I can't remember what these are called. What are they called? Oh no, it's a debug item, but they're like, I think they're little orbs, and then we've got these little painted skulls, more crystals back here, and some fabric, and then we've got little, I think these are Realm of Magic decorations on the wall here. But I thought that was a groovy little market store. And over here we've got a little marketplace area for a juice fizzer sim. So we've got loads of fridge space for them to keep their juice, and then we've got loads of boxes and objects and places to put their objects back here in case. Well, I think you can store it in the market market stall, but it's basically just for aesthetic, isn't it really? The same toilets there, and then outside we've got 4 market stalls, I think. So the first one over here is themed around baking, basically. So we've got some coolers here for you to keep your food in nice and fresh, and then we've got these get to work objects. I think they're get to work, hang on. Yeah, get to work. And then they've got, I just took these off the gallery, basically. They're just homemade like brownies and cakes and things like that. And then these are 2 objects here from base game. So yeah, you can have a little bakery stall. Got some pretty fairy lights all around here as well, which I like. And then here, this was designed for a candle maker, so we've got a little candle making station and just loads and loads of debug candles, basically, which I thought was quite pretty, so I thought that would be handy. And then I've also, I don't know why 2 of them have disappeared, but there were soybeans, basically 1 in each, so you can plant that, and then it will give you access to some soy wax, so that you can add that to your candle making station and hopefully create some lovely candles to sell. And then over here we've got a little bit of a farmer's market stall, loads of veg, and then I've got loads of storage boxes as well for you to put any veg items or whatever you want in there. As I said, I think you can put them in the market stall as well. I'm not quite sure how it works, so I don't play with these too much in game. But and then we've got some planters as well, because you're probably going to need that if you're selling fruit and veg. And then over here, lastly, we've got a lovely, I love this one. This is an art stall. So we've got an easel for your Sims to actually create art, and then obviously we've got the so we've got the crafts table there, and you can create these lovely figurines from wood here, and then we've just got some painting objects dotted around. But yeah, so that's the marketplace. I'm now going to pop into the last renovated build, which is the maker's space. Okay, so this is the maker's space. This area is still pretty much the same, ideal for growing flowers. This area is also the same. That's probably most relevant for this version of the build, I guess, because you'll need the computers, like I said, for that maker career. We've got here some little kids crafts tables so that they can make things too. These crafts tables have stayed there. We've also kept these machines and this marketplace table, and then over here we've got our candle making station. So we've got some tables for you to store your candles on. You can just delete these if you want to play with it yourself. But we've got 3 different candle making stations, so plenty for your sim to be able to use. And then over here we've got 3 fabricating machines. And then here we've got 4 juice fizzers. I don't know why I added in 4 instead of 3, but I did. And like we had before, we've got loads of places to store your juice. We've got these boxes and these fridges and these shelves. So yeah, hopefully I've covered everything you could possibly want in terms of making objects. And then out here, we've just sort of taken a bit of inspiration from the market stalls and kept 2 of these little sheltered areas, little tents, and then turn them into a nice area for your Sims to come and eat. So we've got 2 barbecues here, or these dumpsters are in every single one of the renovated lots, I think. And then yeah, we've got the same drink stand. I think that's in every single lot as well. And then over here we've just got like a little pretty community art centre or section. So we've got these 2 market stalls for you to use. They've got nothing on them, but then we've just got a little area for you to be able to make some lovely art and then sell your art here as well on these street galleries. And yeah, and some easels as well. So hopefully we've covered absolutely everything that your Sims would need in each of these builds. I'm happy with it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. But I'm now going to play some screenshots so that you can see the build from some better angles and take some time looking at them as well. If you liked it, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. So thank you guys. Bye.